Right, Liam, last one, main event time of 314. Lopes about to get into the octagon. Can Volk defy the history books? We'll find out.
I've just said off camera, this is a real head and heart one for me, more than having a Brit in the last fight was. I mean, absolutely love Volk. He comes from rugby league, which is anyone that listens to stuff I said on the channel before. Rugby is my main love, but Lopes is a dangerous, dangerous man. I mean, UFC have announced Guadalajara for September. Yair Rodriguez won a couple of fights ago. We know what UFC wants to do.
Makes
We know what
sense.
they've set up. So it's up to Volk to rip the script up.
Yeah, sure is. Obviously we're pulling for Volk because we're massive Volk fans, but look, Lopes gets it done. He gets it done.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not going to deny him of that. But yeah, come on, Volk. Still in shock about what Paddy Pimblett just did, to be honest. He absolutely destroyed Michael Chandler.
Everything he said. Everything kind of, all the talk, everything he said when I
Yeah, he
get
backed it up.
he always tells me for a while now when I get my first ranked opponent, as in decently ranked opponent, I'm going to make a massive statement, and that's exactly what he's just done. See, arena goes dark.
Yeah, land down under, coming in. Yeah, it was, to be fair, look, I picked Chandler to win, to be fair. And, I'm not, I like Paddy, but, I'm not a massive, massive fan of him. But, yeah, that was incredibly impressive, man. You got to give him his dues because he is right in what he said in his post-fight interview. He does get ridiculed. He does be told he's not good enough. His chin's in the air, X, Y, Z. But
So,
it was good.
sorry, mate. So that statistic I gave earlier, just to clarify it. So Volk is aiming to become the first fighter over 35 to win a belt at lightweight or lighter. So that's the stat. No one over
There you
35
go.
has ever won a belt lightweight or lighter. I knew it was something, but that's the caveat. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, we can't listen, but I've watched enough Volk entrances to know the land down under entrance. Yeah, love it. Quality.
He looks locked in, Volk. He looks locked in. Do you worry? Do you worry for him? Look, his age. Yes, he was competitive. Yes, he was. Look, two of the five in the pound for pound list have stopped him in his last two. You could say, but the other end of that is he has been flatlined 2 times in a row. So
Uh-huh. I know, like you say, the we're worried for him, but we'll find out, won't we, mate? We'll find out.
that's sorry. This is unusual. Over to his wife and his dad and
I
stuff.
know, yeah, you rarely see that.
Yeah, well, look, let's. It's 20 to 6 in the morning. I'm not going to start over analysing his.
Yeah, very very easy to do as such.
Look, as Volkanovski's legacy in the UFC is already secured. This just would put him onto another level. That's what this would do. Getting the belt back and winning this fight would put him onto another level.
Yeah, for
Personally,
sure.
you could disagree, mate, but personally for me, that's he's already got his legacy.
Yeah, look, that's where Lopez really sprung up, didn't he? When he fought Evloev in his UFC debut, Antonio. Yeah, look, it's one of them. We all love Volk. Everyone loves Volk, and we've seen what's happened to him in his last few fights. So, yeah, look, he's still hopefully that guy.
I think the difference is, I mean, Henry Cejudo is obviously the most recent that's tried over 35 to win a belt in these lighter weight divisions, and you could tell that Henry was not that guy anymore, if that makes sense. I think Volk, just because of the type of person he is, if anyone's going to be able to do it, you believe he can, if that makes sense.
Yeah, stubborn kind of personality.
But Lopes is one dangerous mofo. One, that's putting it mildly, but he is one dangerous mofo.
Yeah, he's willing to walk into the fire. Volt should be more skillful, but again, look, we don't know we have no idea what he's got left. Loving his shorts, so I'll tell you that.
Look, I think
Custom Aussie shorts.
you made a similar debate before to Poirier that you thought Volk was more skillful than Poirier, but Poirier was younger and possibly carried more power. And as Jay made the point when we done our prediction, that Volk was beating Poirier before. Yes, he got flatlined, so it doesn't matter, but he did win the first round and he'd have a better start to the second round.
Yeah.
But it only takes, as we've just seen what Paddy's done to Chandler, it only takes 1 second, it only takes one moment, and it can change the whole fight.
It sure does. Volk a slight favourite then, but not a lot in it, has to be said.
Bruce Buffer doing his thing. Again, we don't have the sound on, but we know how much energy Bruce Buffer's giving us.
Yeah, Lopes looking incredibly calm.
We both do, to be fair. Volk's the same. I mean, remember, it's a vacant title, so we do not have a lightweight champion in the UFC at the moment.
Yeah, very interesting to see what happens with Topuria, because he's given up the belt, saying he was promised a lightweight championship fight. It's fighting for. Yeah, no, I know it's crazy actually thinking about that. Yeah, there was rumours that Everett was fighting Aaron Pico in his debut, but I'm not 100% sure that that's happening. If it is, sign me up for it. I'd be interested. Heard it was meant to be an Apex card as well. That's disgusting.
Apex cards need to be gone.
UFC Vegas 638.
They serve the purpose and was the perfect venue at a time where not a lot of sports could do stuff. But we're in 2025, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You need to be seeing this still.
Get the show traveling.
Yes, okay. Dana, when he's been asked about it, she says, "Well, we let 300, 400 people in to watch it now." It's like, yeah, but that doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if we could get over to Vegas and get into the Apex to watch one, it would change our opinion on it. But from a viewing at home experience, the Apex, yeah. I mean, the Apex during lockdown, you had Peter Yang get DQ'd against Sterling. You had Ngannou.
Yeah, there was all sorts going on.
But that was during COVID. Since it's sort of out of COVID times, and like you say, Fight Night Vegas 697. It's just like even the Lerone Murphy Josh Emmett fight last week wasn't the most exciting, was it? It was, yeah. In every fight on that card last week was a decision as well.
Yeah, correct. And that's what you get in the Apex.
I mean, the fact Dana doesn't even go to all the shows in the Apex anymore.
It tells you all you need to know.
It's his home, effectively. Here we go.
Let's go, Volk, indeed. 445 block. Thanks for...
What's the referee?
If Lopes loses, how about yeah? Look, if he wins, I think there's a possibility of it as well, as Liam said.
If he wins, they'll make it.
Love it. 445 block.
It's allegedly nearly summer over here, mate. I don't need it.
Yeah, it's meant to be warm over here at the minute. Volk is amped up, man. I don't know if you see, he got introed by Buffer screaming in the camera. Right, here we go.
Always have people that come back though. 455 block. 445 block. Thank you very much. Our blanket is comfy, to be fair.
Love it. Right, here we go. Main event about to be on the way.
Nervous again, mate.
Yeah, I'm nervous for Volk. That's where my nerves are in this one. Right then, let's do this. Antonio is exactly the same.
Just don't want to see someone that I love as much as I love Volk end his career getting flatlined again. That's where I'm at. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Right, tentative first 30 seconds or so. Volk throwing a few kicks. Lopes super relaxed, man. He's so loose.
Yeah, Volk's. I know. Look, it's the first minute of the fight, but Volk's movement's there. There's no signs early on that he's lost a step. If that makes sense, he's on his usual routine, if so to speak, of how he carries himself around the octagon.
Definitely, he's massive compared to Volk, and Volk's always been quite short in stature, I guess. So, yeah, Lopes looks massive. He looks like he could do 155 easily to me.
170, mate. 155.
Yeah, he's a big guy for 145. Looks so loose and relaxed, though, I have to say. Ooh, exchanging early. I think Volk caught him nicely there. Lopes kind of beckoning him in a bit.
Always a telltale sign when a fight. It's like, yeah, come on. A tentative Volk isn't a bad thing, because when he rushed against Makachev in their rematch, he got stopped. When he had half a second off, he was, in trouble against the Poirier. So if he's going to be tentative, it's not a bad thing, especially if he's able to land his shots as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Do worry for him every time Lopes kind of gets ready to unload it.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll wear off over the rounds, hopefully.
He says with hope. Don't like how flat-footed Volk's looking. That's just inviting Lopes to unload as well.
Oh, that's a big right hand by Volk over the top, Liam. I don't know if you caught that one.
Oh. I just don't want him flat-footed. I don't want Lopes to have any chance to get in range, get his hands off quickly.
Yeah. Volk's winning this round so far. He's definitely landing the better shots.
Yeah, undeniably for me as well. Let us know in the comments, guys, how you're seeing the rounds going as well.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, good start for Volk.
You almost feel after the way his last fight ended as well, if he could have a good first round, it would just build his confidence back up. He's had a year out since.
Oh, they exchange left hooks. Volk probably landing the better one.
Lopes staggering backwards there as well, mate.
Yeah, I think Volk's done well so far.
Lopes just looks half a second off to the punch, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Volk is so sharp. And he always has been. You just wondered if he was going to not have that there this fight.
Yeah, I know. He's got some chin on him already because Volk's landed some great shots. Antonio, definitely. He did.
The ignorance of youth, mate. The ignorance of youth is in full effect.
Yeah, I don't think Volk can be taking any of them shots. That's the other side of it.
No, but look at Volk now rushing and smothering, which is meaning he's taking away the power from Lopes because he's in closer for the shots.
Yeah, insane, Antonio. He's ate some monsters. They're kind of in the clinch here. We approach the last 40 seconds for round one.
I'm a big fan of these tactics from Volk. Look at what by getting in tight, he's nullifying the large punching power of Lopes. He's tiring out the bigger man as well. The bigger, younger, fresher man would be as the adage looks. It's a very good 5 minutes. Well, 20 seconds left.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. Volk's had a great first round here.
Elbows from Volk now. Look, it's the UFC. It can change in an instant. But
it sure can. Yeah, don't be resting on any laurels. Yeah, he does. He's really loading up tonight. That was a monster first round for Volk. Finishes at top, pounding Diego Lopes, who looks a little bit disjointed as he goes back to the corner.
Lopes has questions. He's cut on the bridge of his nose as well.
Yeah, Volk couldn't have asked for a better first round there, in my opinion.
Lopes has questions to answer and adjustments to make, doesn't he? If either fight's got anything like to do, it's.
Yeah, Lopes doesn't quite have that same look on his face anymore that he had
5 minutes
ago.
Look, I think the other things.
Yeah, he is, Kyle, definitely.
I think the other things to take into account as well, regardless of the fact that Volk's coming off the back of a 2-fight slide plus a year out of the octagon, is this is the best fighter Lopes has been in with.
Oh yeah, without question. Dude, it's now for breakfast. Love it.
And that's what he's found out in 5 minutes the difference between good guys in the rankings and good guy that has been, the benchmark for this division for 4 years.
Yeah, the elite.
It was the best part of 4 years he was the champ for.
100%. Here we go then, round 2.
So it touches 10 to 6 in the morning here in the UK, maybe.
Love it.
Different from the winter, it's getting light now.
Yeah.
Inside leg kicks from Volk onto the leading leg of Lopes. With no check either, from what I could see. Lopes took them both flush. Volk's movement is impressing me here. He's keeping just out of range where the punches are going to be at their most powerful and also able to get some of his own work off, nullifying kind of the advantage of size that is obviously with the Brazilian.
Yeah, Lopes falling short, Liam, with a lot of his shots as well.
Yeah, it's just he's leaning in as well with Volk and time something over the top of one of these. Again, nice 1-2 from the Australian.
Settling into more of a rhythm in this second round. I can't see any of the comments, Liam. For some reason, someone's blocking it on my screen. So just, if there's anything, I just can't bring them up on the screen for some reason.
4-4-5 block. This shit is looking like Volk versus Ortega.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad shout so far. It's been quite a second round so far, has to be said. Ooh, Lopes nearly caught Volk then. Got to be a little bit careful. Volk going in for a takedown. Snuffed out by Lopes.
Lopes just still doesn't look settled in this fight though, does he? He's just not.
No, Volk timing with a good right hand over the top there. Wow, big shift in the odds in Volk's favour.
I mean, look, Volk can win the fight like this for what's left if he wants to. It won't be the most attractive way for us to spend the next 17 minutes, but it will win.
Lopes missing wildly with that. Wild miss. Gotta do better than that. He wants to get to Volk.
I said in the first round, didn't I? His timing's half a pace off, and it's really showing with some of these wild misses.
Yeah.
And you can almost feel the confidence of Volk growing in front of your eyes watching him. He just seems to be, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice shot by Volk, and then he goes in for the takedown after. He's kind of putting some manners on Lopes here at the minute. Showing that there's levels. Yeah, I feel like it too as well.
I tell you, I'm going to sleep as soon as I'm done. I'm going to sleep. I worked 7 hours, came in and was straight on for the boots fight, mate. So I'm looking a bit ropey.
Liam's on the all-nighter. I've had a couple of hours sleep, to be fair. Oh, beautiful double jab by Volk.
I've been awake, 19 hours at this point, so yeah,
Oh, Volk's got a cut over his eye.
that's quite a lot of blood as well.
That's not good. That's not good. That's the first bit of jeopardy for him.
Is that above or under? If it's under, no, it's above. I was hoping that was under. It's above and running down through the eye.
Doesn't look great, that, does it?
He's just piecing Lopes up with his jab here if Lopes is trying to establish himself again.
In the pocket, Volk's just too quick for him, I think.
You know what I love as well? Mark Goddard's the referee, but you haven't even noticed him in the first 10 minutes. He's just allowing him to do mental work, not needing to interject himself. That's why he's seen as one of the best and gets the title fights more often than not. You look at significant strikes, 27-9 in Volk's favour in round 1, 21-9.
Volk was dropped, was he, at the end of the second?
Don't know if he staggered or was stumbled.
It looked like a knockdown. I don't know, though. I'll have to see the replay on that. There's definitely something happened there.
So that cut is under the eye. It's not above the eye for Volk. That's slightly better.
Yeah, I just want to see the replay on that.
I want to see the eye. It's 2 cuts. It's 2 cuts, mate, for Volk. Sorry, yeah, I want to see the replay with Volk, yeah, double cut.
Yeah. Yeah, he was dropped because that's what the reactions are in the comments. Yeah, it was a knockdown. I thought it was. The camera angle wasn't the best on it, was it?
And we were talking about Goddard's. Give us the replay. Here we go. No.
Yeah, it was clean right hand as well. It's a beautiful shot by Lopes. That gives him a foothold in the fight now.
First time Lopes has found his range and he
knows he can hurt Volk now.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do to capitalise on it then.
Volk's hand almost exclusively covering that eye now. If you look at him, he's almost going for the full hand over the eye to protect it, it is 2 cuts. They're both under the eye, but slight low blow there from Volk, which was sorted out with a touch of hands. No need for any interjection from the referee. Complete accident.
It was never going to be plain sailing, was it? No chance.
It's Alex Volkanovski. He doesn't do it the easy way. The thing is, I've still given Volk that second round. Yes, Lopes dropped him right at the end, but it wasn't enough for me with what happened in the rest of the round.
Yeah, it was just a little flurry, wasn't it, at the end?
It was a moment in him.
Yeah, definitely, Kyle. Let's dive it back. Yeah, you're right. Here we go. Bit of action coming now, guys, at last. Approaching the halfway stage of the fight now. I think Volk's slowing down a bit, I think.
He is. The strikes from Volk, though, to the forward placing leg of Lopes is just throwing him off his rhythm. If you watch it, it's just throwing Lopes off his rhythm when he set a lovely right hand over the top for Volkanovski, followed up with a jab. That kick
he's gained a bit more confidence, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Traded jabs there. Volkanovski seems to have more of an effect on the Brazilian. We are also 3 minutes away from Lopes being in championship rounds, which is something that Paddy has done time and time again. Paddy has done time and time again. Still got Paddy Pimblett behind.
Tough to say, do I, at the moment? I mean, Lopes dropped him at the end of that round. Volk's definitely stung him a few times. We're halfway through the fight now. Look, I think it's 50-50. Oh man, when they exchange in the pocket, I do worry about Volk. Honestly, I think
Uh,
Lopez chin's really, really solid as well.
but you know what? He's having the better of the exchanges in the pocket. Volk, when if you look at it,
Yeah,
he's having the better.
his speed is winning in the exchange in the pocket, but it's
And head movement to then get himself out of there. Granted, it's not the quickest head movement we've ever seen from Volk, but it's still quick enough at the moment.
uh, yeah, I can see where Antonio is coming from as well. I can. Lopez just looks a little bit ragged as well, though. Sometimes this could go either way, honestly.
Round three is definitely still up for grabs. Neither man has claimed it so far. 90 seconds to go.
Volk's intent on getting that takedown, but Lopez won't let him.
Good takedown defense from Lopez. Give credit to the Brazilian there. Volk's done a good job of protecting those cuts as well. If you look, you can see where they are, but there's no blood at this time coming from them, which
Yeah.
is, well, one testament to the cut man in between rounds, but two to him as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. Lopez really needs to try and walk into the fire a little bit. I think Kyle Lee does. He needs to risk probably getting knocked out because Volk is winning the fight, but Lopez can hurt him. He's proved it.
Kyle, I don't think he can get settled, and if you look at his lead leg that's starting to redden up as well, I think it just shows that Volk is doing enough just to slightly knock him off his balance at the
Uh-huh.
last moment to him.
Oh, that's a good shot by Volk. That was a lovely right hand. Lopez acknowledged that one.
And misses his follow ups. So
There we go. 3 in the can. I'll be back in 2 seconds, mate.
yeah, come to the end of round number three. It's a typical Alex Volkanovski performance, I suppose you could say, through 3 rounds. There's jeopardy there. Yes, he's being caught. Yes, he's also cut, but he's also finds it at home for his shots, isn't he, guys? He's making Lopez have to work and making Lopez look relatively uncomfortable for my money as well. Very impressed with what we're seeing from the former champion. As Antonio says, he's scoring it 2-1 to Lopez. For me, I've got it the other way around, mate. I'm 2-1 in Volk's favour. Wonderful. Yeah. About to find out how Lopez deals with the championship rounds as well. An area where we've seen Volkanovski during his reign as the king was able to pull away in fights, wasn't he? And rubber stamp results. Let's see what he can do here and how Lopez deals with another 10 minutes of action as well. Both men ready to go well before the start of the round here.
Here we go. Round 4 or 5.
Number 4 is underway.
2-1 Lopez for Antonio. It could be 3-0. Yeah, look, the scorecards could be everywhere. Look, a lot of the ones on the screen, Liam, I've got it 3-0 to Volk. I think Volk's probably up. I think it's either 2-1 or 3-0.
I've got 2-1 Volk.
Yeah.
Look, I could lean towards 3-0, but I'm trying not to look too biased. Probably that kick again on the lead leg of Lopez. I know I'm mentioning it a lot, mate, but for me, it's really a big reason why Lopez isn't able to get his shots off like he would. The resonance of that lead leg of Lopez around the knee area as well, showing signs of nice 1-2 from Volk. Or big right hand, only half connected, but Lopez is slowing down even more than he has been. I mean, he's not been the quickest so far, but he's even slower here for my money at the start of round number 4. kick to the body from Volkanovski.
Yeah, Volk's just got to remind himself here for the next sort of 8 minutes or whatever it is, and he'll be the champ again.
Yeah, he doesn't need to take risks.
No, stay outside, do what you need to do.
But as I said while you were away, mate, this is an Alex Volkanovski fight. It's a typical fight. We've had some jeopardy from him. He's cut. We're still worried about his chin because Lopes is such a powerful puncher.
Might be a little bit early for Lopes to shot. That's one thing.
It may well be, but look, off the back of on the back of a 5-fight tear, you can't say he doesn't.
Yeah, definitely. He beat Ortega last time out impressively. You know, the division's not that deep anymore, is it? And look, he's dropped Volk, and you know he could still go on and knock him out from here. You just don't know. But it's looking unlikely, we have to say.
He's just getting beaten to the punch every single time. And then when he does get set, I mean, look at the resonance around that lead leg knee. He's taking the leg kicks as well, and it's just throwing him off his balance. Can't see any sign of a plan B from the Brazilian, can we? It just seems to
No, not right now. Oh, they did exchange there. Volk didn't like that. Something in his eye. Oh, Lopes on him now. Volk, something's happened with Volk's eye.
Yeah, it's the opposite one to the one that's cut. He's uncomfortable.
Lopes chasing him around now. Or Volk shouldn't be having a tear up in the pocket like that. I'm nervous watching him now. Still 2 minutes left of this round. I don't like the body language of Volk here, mate.
No, nor do I. Something to his right eye.
He just looks tired or something.
Lopes just throwing single shots though. He's not trying to land any sort of combinations or punches and bunches. It's easy for Volk to see the one punch that's coming and then he's able to have 10 to 15 seconds respite at the moment, isn't he?
Uh-huh. Lopes man. Lopes having his best moments when he's risking going into the fire. Yeah, I know. But what's Lopes doing, man? He's letting Volk breathe again.
I don't. Single shots against someone like Volk is easy work for him. You need to go for volume, don't you? Yes, you may miss a couple, but throw 5 or 6 to the go, and you're going to land at least half of those. Volk just again a solid jab, just enough to stall the momentum of the Brazilian coming forwards. Change of stance from Volkanovski.
Oh, Lopes got to pour it all out, man. Oh, good right by Volk. But Lopes got a chin on him, to be fair. Volk's never really buzzed him, to be honest. No. The odd buzz, but nothing. Like, he's not hurting badly or anything.
No, it's not. I mean, look, we're hearing Anvin Yu either way because it's a vacant title, but Anvin Yu, 2-time featherweight champ, looks to be where we're heading as we come to the
Every time they go into those exchanges, Volk looks vulnerable, Liam, and Lopes isn't, not pushing the pace enough. In my opinion, that was a jab that hit his eye.
Yeah,
perfectly timed shot from what I can see on that replay.
Single shots against a fighter like Volk are not going to bother him in the slightest. Unless it's enough to switch his lights off, like Makachev done, he will just keep walking forward for single shots. You need to give him 3-4 punches to be thinking about.
Well, 5th and final round.
Am I glad it's the final round? This is hit me now.
Here we go, Lopes TKO. Look, honestly, Liam, it wouldn't surprise me if Lopes got rid of him in this last round.
No, I don't think it would, but Volk knows how to see out a fight, if that makes sense. I think we're going to see a back foot, safety first approach, and Lopes is going to have to force the issue, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, just needs to see it out.
Any jeopardy? We don't need to. If Volk can just sit on the back foot, and as long as he stays conscious, he's probably on his way to regaining his title. And how I expected has unfolded. Volk on the back foot, picking off with jabs, Lopes having to commit, but not looking confident. I think that's the big thing for me. Lopes doesn't look confident or like he has much conviction. He's letting his hands go, does he?
Yeah, like if Volk can see out this 5th round, I think, just about the right timing, just about the right timing for Volk in this one. But see the DraftKings odds on the screen that we can see still have it fairly close. There we go. Lopes chasing him around again, but it needs to actually, it's not intelligent pressure.
No, it's not. And if you're going to chase someone like Volkanovski around, you just make their job even easier. Volkanovski is one of the best in the UFC that we've seen at picking fighters off when they're coming forwards. And that's all he needs to do now for another 3.5 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I do hope he does it, to be fair. It'd be heartbreaking for him if he gets stopped at this point.
I don't know if I can handle him getting stopped this way. Almost like a counter boxer for Volkanovski's been this fight, isn't he? He's quite comfortable on the back foot, picking shots.
Yeah.
Disrupting the rhythm of...
He's landed the better shots, there's no doubt about that in this one. I think he wins the fight as long as he doesn't get stopped in this last round.
Yeah, even in the wacky state of Florida, the judges can only have this one way. Come on. As we're into the last.
I do think that the next contender could quite possibly beat Volk, though. Obviously depending on who it is. Or was it eye poke here or something? But yeah, Volk's not the guy that he once was, is he?
No, he's not. But it's difficult to say that, mate, because everyone thought that Lopes was going to be that character that was going to be able to beat Volkanovski. And
yeah,
I'm not going to say it because it ain't over till the fat lady sings. But he's not done what everyone was kind of expecting him to do.
Nah. And Volk's looked vulnerable at times as well. He just hasn't been able to step on it when needed. But
he leaves.
It's not over yet. Every time he gets into those exchanges.
Volk loses chin hanging in the air a lot more than he used to as a younger fighter.
Volk's cruising to victory with one eye. Yeah, he's definitely ahead in this one. Lopes just beckoning him on. I just don't get it. He needs to go forward.
It's interesting. Lopes's punch output is where my issue is, because he could be a lot busier than he is. Trying to land single shots and say throw him one shot every 5 or 6 seconds just isn't enough, is it?
Yeah, no, definitely not. He has the power and everything, but Volk's landing way more consistently.
Yeah, he's landed punches in bunches.
Popping the jab in his face. Look at Lopes trying to get him. Look, see, this is what he should have done earlier. Turning into a zombie now, just walking him down, Nate Diaz style.
Which is making Volk's job even easier, because when you've got such a one-dimensional opponent in front of you, you can almost predict what they're going to do, can't you?
Yeah, Volk needs to watch himself a bit here, and then he'll win.
Piece of UFC history could be about to be made. And if it is made, it will make the fact that it's now 6:15 in the morning feel a lot more worth it.
Well, you've got 10 seconds, Lopes, to try and do it. Oh, he's pointed down to he's Max Holloway'd him. Yeah, no chance, Volk. the swing to the final bell. Well done, lads. Good fight. Volkanovski should be the champion there, and that would be fairly incredible. I mean, let's be honest. It's only because Ilia Topuria vacated the belt, but either way.
Listen, mate, as confident as I am that Volkanovski's won it, if you've got a judge there that just likes the single shots that Lopez was landing at times, then you can see it.
Oh yeah, Lopez will be back definitely. But yeah, look at those closing.
It does feel like this opportunity came too soon. Sorry, mate. Yeah, you're right, Carl. Lopez was one-dimensional and staying in the same gear, whereas Volk was the one constantly changing his gears, even when he didn't need to. If that makes sense. Lopez fought one pace, one-dimensional day, and it didn't do him any favors. But 25 minutes shared with Alex Volkanovski, win, lose, or draw here for Lopez is invaluable experience for him and can only help.
Doing a hell of a lot of favors going forward, isn't it? You're definitely right about that. I didn't see it personally, Antonio, but look, yeah, I just think Volt landed the cleaner work. That's my personal opinion. Look,
and he was busier as well.
Odds were way in Volk's favour at the end, but look,
Volk landed more. He was the busier fighter. I think I just have this will be 2-1, as in 2 judges to Volk, 1 to Lopez is where I'm leaning towards. I think.
Yeah. I like where Kyle said about it's coming forward, but he wasn't cutting off the ring. He was letting Volk kind of have it his way, and I think there's vulnerabilities there with Volkanovski right now. I still think he's riding a bit of the scars, understandably so, of Islam and Topuria. So I think the next guy could have a shot against Volk, whoever that may be.
Yeah, but we thought that would be Lopez, and Volk's shown just where he's at and what he can do. I mean, well, let's get this decision first. Here we go. I'm going to mute myself.
.48-47 and 49-46 times 2. Well done to Alexander Volkanovski. Credit to him, man. He's probably gone through a lot of turmoil in recent years. So, yeah, huge props to him. Liam, time for bed for me and you as we hit 6:15 in the morning. Guys, thanks for all the interaction. Antonio, 445 block. Kyle, anybody else? DOA, everyone else that's joined us throughout the evening. Have a great evening, morning, wherever you are. As you can see in the background of my screen, the sun is up over here in the UK. So, thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, everyone.